Hey everyone, I'm here to play another game. Haven't been playing much lately. Um, I've been doing other things. I've actually been giving lessons again in real life. At one point, I gave them online quite a bit, but not as much anymore. So, played this two nights variation. Incidentally, um, it's the only uh, white response to the Caro Kann that I play um, the immediate knight f6 anymore. Um, I play a lot of mainline stuff now. But the reason when he develops, go back real quick, when he develops a second knight and I take, I can immediately get rid of this bishop here, or uh, pin the f3 knight, which makes the um, which makes those lines stronger for black. All right, so um, I want to play like a5, a4. My biggest issue is if he plays c5. I mean, I have a big hole on b6, but he doesn't have a dark squared bishop or a knight to really do anything about that hole at this point. Um, oops. Um, I considered playing c5 as sort of a, a free move to expand my position, um, but I'd rather have my knight prepared to jump into that square immediately. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this so that I can play knight h5 and take advantage of his weak f4 square if he pushes g5. Um, I mean, it wouldn't have been so bad to play knight e8 and redirect it to d6, but with my queen on b6 too, he has the immediate threat of c5, which isn't I can overcome it, but takes some untangling. Obviously, queen h7 is a threat, and g6 is my only response. Once again, the weak dark squares shouldn't make too much of a difference, um, solely because he doesn't have any piece to occupy that. Just looking for the right plan here. I can't get to g5 really with the knight. I mean, I guess the natural move is just to double on the only open file. And here, okay. the only real defense there. I probably might want to consider playing e5. How about just check here? All right. Well, he gave me mate in 2. It took me a second to see it, but yeah. Okay, he resigned. So after king g4, I have rook to f4 checkmate. Actually, it might have been unavoidable at this point for him. I mean, he can't. I mean, I guess he could have played bishop g2, and then he gives himself an escape square on f3 after I play rook takes. But I mean, clearly he's lost there. See what the computer has to say. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, after bishop g2, I'm gonna mate him anyway. Actually, I could just play knight h5 anyway. All right, well, my calculation's a little rusty, stepping away from the game for a while. But I think I played a fairly good game. You saw how the plan worked. We have a few extra seconds till YouTube cuts me off at the 10-minute mark. So you'll see this in a lot. In fact, a lot of times people try to antagonize b3. And after he played b3, I mean, okay, I could have just taken on d4. I was afraid of like bishop check things, but I was looking at rook takes d4, bishop check, knight takes, then something like c5. But I can get out of it. But anyway, see, a5's played a4, and the idea is I exchange and create an open file for myself. And the other advantage is, after exchanging the a2 and the a4 pawns, there's a weak pawn at b3. So you'll see this quite commonly, especially in things like, the King's Indian defense, the King's Indian attack, where there'll be this sort of pawn structure, and you'll play a5, a4 in exchange in order to create that weakness in open file. So hopefully that was informative. And the other thing maybe to gain is after he starts pushing this pawn, you notice every time, I always say, you move a pawn, you create a weakness. And by pushing to g5, or excuse me, g4, he created a weakness at f4. And basically a pawn can never hit that square. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something, and have a good day. I have to get back to work. It's my lunch break. Talk to you later. Bye.